Ecco, ok. Allora, exciting. So I am here with Gail today, and we just been working together, and we've been through the Speak Italian with Confidence program, and I would love for her to share her experience because I'm actually very, very proud of her and all the things that she's been through throughout the 4 weeks, and she's going to tell us more about that, and also the good things that happen. So I'm going to shush because I don't want to say more. I want her to speak because, as I said, I'm super proud of what she did. And so I'll introduce you to Gail. So Gail, first thing I want to know, like, tell us why you're learning Italian. Yeah.
Sure. I've been going to Italy for quite a number of years. My husband's Italian and all his relatives are Italian. And each time I would go, I would take a course and study, and my comprehension got better each year.
Mhm.
But it's now ridiculous. It got to be ridiculous that I couldn't speak. So when I saw some of the advertisements through Google that Ermi did, I liked the way she presented the idea of gaining the confidence to speak, because that was really what I was missing. So I signed up and got the material, and I started to do the workbook that Ermi gives us right at the beginning before we start. And I went, oh, wow, I wonder what I got into, but I continued.
Okay, I'll just stop you there because you just told you two interesting things. First of all, you said you sign up for a numbers of courses, and your comprehensions was very good, right?
Mhm.
But you felt that you couldn't speak, and then and so that's why in the end we started to work together, because you found out about that I do this program called Speak Italian with Confidence, and then you thought you would give it a try, right?
Yep. Yeah, very
Yeah.
much. I was attracted to it. I had taken a course once, a lot, well, actually took a couple that were live, not just, well, I guess they were all live now I think about it, but some instructors stuck with me more than others. And there was one instructor who really was teaching us how to think in Italian. And then after that, he had a heart issue and he never did continue. And after that, any other instructor that we had didn't quite get it. But when I had the interview with Ermi, I knew that she was on the wavelength that I needed. It was to get us to be confident enough to get the words out, but also to begin to process in Italian. So I took the plunge and then we started. And when I got the first package, I thought, okay, this is good. It's really comprehensive, very thorough. And then I got the first piece of homework and I started to panic. I was like, oh my goodness, what did I get myself into? I was like, honestly, I was almost having panic attacks each time I had to do my pieces of homework. So anyway, I did them because I had paid the money and there was no way I was not going to take them. But so I did the first week and then I did the second week, and it was at doing the homework in the second week that I thought, this is ridiculous. I can't do this. This is too hard. I'm just wasting my time. I'm wasting my money. I was so busy already.
Yes, I remember that I texted you a few times because I was not receiving the things and not in the
Right.
time. I was like,
Exactly.
something is
Exactly.
happening.
Oh, I was like pulling out and it was like, this is so hard. And why am I doing this? And whatever, And then I had a conversation with my daughter in another city. And I was telling her that this is not going well. And she used a line that I repeated since, and it's a good one. It was, okay, Mom, it's the pain of discipline or the pain of regret.
I love
And
it.
I thought that just hit the mark, because I have wanted to speak Italian for so long. And this was as close as I was ever going to be. It was either now or never. So I decided, okay, I'm just going to do it. So at the same time, right around there, talk about coincidence, Ermi offered a group opportunity for people that were learning Italian, and I got in on it. And when I saw other people,
Was the weekend Italiano, right? When we met up together.
Yeah. And it was wonderful. It was free and we had some things to do, which I didn't do, but I did show up on the Sunday. And when I went to speak, I couldn't get a word out. It was like, but when I listened to the other people and I saw their struggle, I went, huh, I could do that. And it just kind of gave me the push that I needed. And then I realized what I was doing to myself was that I was making it way too hard. And Ermi helped me with that. She said, don't read this. It's not about making a paragraph or an English essay. It's just simple. Keep it simple. Well, I struggled with the computer part of it. Like even having to record using the program that Ermi had.
Telegram.
Yeah, I was like, are you kidding me? I don't even know the Italian. Now I've got to learn it was like, there's so much that I needed to just kind of get my head around. Anyway, eventually when I learned that it was simple, the program that she has, you can just do it in one little piece and then stop, and then another little piece and stop, versus the whole thing in one, which is what I was doing to myself. So it was way harder than it wasn't as hard as I was making it. It's a better way to put it. And what I've said to Ermi is I realized that I was trying to speak high school level when I really needed to stay at pre-kindergarten level in the way that I was structuring my sentences. So it could be just 3 or 4 words. That's all it had to be. It didn't have to be a big long sentence with all the nels and the does and the ahs and all the rest of the things that go in it. And so I was my own enemy. I made it way harder than it needed to be. So once I listened to I was part of that group, and I kind of got the part around, okay, just do this no matter what, because I didn't want to regret it. And the part of keep it simple, keep it simple. Then it was like, I can do this. And so I then started bit by bit. And I'm fortunate, I do have a husband who speaks Italian, and his Italian dialect is very close to true Italian, but there are some words that aren't. So he's brushing up as I'm coming forward with some of the ways that I'm learning to say the words and use the tenses, etc. So it's helping him, and he's loving it. He thinks he's got an Italian wife all of a sudden, so it's great.
That's great. And okay, there are so many things that I want to point out. So first of all, congratulations, because you got through. This is it was a block for you, right?
Yeah, it's a huge block. It's a huge block.
Yes, and so what happened basically, it was a steep learning curve, but then you, with encouragement from your daughter, from other people in the group, and also from me, that I was telling you, keep it simple, don't make it too complicated, just record it bit by bit, and then little by little, then you will build a skill, but you have to start step by step, right?
Yeah, and you actually gave another piece that was really helpful, and it was when you caught on that I was reading some of my homework as opposed to just allowing myself.
Yeah, because guys, I'm not fooled. I can tell when you read it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I couldn't possibly even memorize it, let alone, but anyway, so Ermi said to me, she says, get your ideas out. And I had heard that she had those notes, but I didn't follow it before. And then to do it in 3 steps. And then she gave me the 3 steps, and following the 3 steps, it was like, get the idea, and then do it again, and then do it again. And on the 3rd one, kind of just think about what you're saying. And that really helped when I was keeping it just short. It just, you pulled it together for me. That was that extra nugget that helped with all of that.
That's good. And I'm so happy for you, because you say you have an Italian husband, and you were not speaking to him in Italian before, right?
No, because he always made a face, and he just basically said, just stick with English.
So what changed for you after this 4 weeks together?
Well, actually the title of the program is it's the confidence piece. It's knowing that I can piece together enough, and then I get either the right pronunciation or the verb tense that I have to work on. But I had enough of a base of vocabulary that it wasn't that I had to learn that too. Although I must say my learning of the to be verb and the to have verbs wasn't as solid as ideally it would be. I would highly recommend getting those solidly in before you start, because I had all the nouns, the adverbs, all the rest of it. It's this solid base of things, but not the connecting pieces to make it all kind of jive together. So now I'm actually finding myself, like through the day, if I say something in English, I'll attempt to say it in Italian after and then test it out. So it's like a natural flowing now that's happening during the day. It's really fun.
This is
And
so cool. I'm so happy
yeah,
for you.
yeah, it's that confidence piece is really just so it's like those speed bumps, you kind of on the road that you can
Yes.
either stop and not go any further, or you could just gently go over it and realize that's not so bad. So, so it's good. Yeah, it's good. It's coming together nicely. And now I'm going back over the notes that were in the fun book, and I'm finding they really were quite easy. It's just, it was my own mental block in terms
Yeah.
of how overwhelming I found it in the beginning.
Yeah, but now you literally you are out of it and you're doing it. I'm really proud of you. It was great to have you as a student. Actually, it's one thing that I love about the people that go through this program is the determination, because
Yes.
it's not just you, but
Yeah.
I see people that even though they don't at the beginning, they might find it very difficult, but the people that take this program really get determined and consistent. They want to do it, and that is what actually one of the things that helped them to
Yeah.
in the end succeed. And so congratulations to you for having that. And I'm so happy that you feel much better. So what would you tell someone who is maybe considering to do this, but they're like, oh, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do? What would you tell them?
I guess you have to decide how important it is to you to learn it, because it's true. If I didn't have the really good reason why I was doing this,
Mhm.
I probably would have given up. I didn't care how much money I spent or whatever. It was so hard. I was like, but I just thought, okay, there's a reason I'm doing this. I want to, let's just keep plugging through it, keep plugging through it. And then it was like, when I wouldn't give up, then it kind of came back, it came into place in a way that started making sense. And I think the analogy that you used is like kind of climbing up a ladder. Like it was like I was at the base, I had the nice little cushioning where the ladder was and all the rest of it, but I hadn't maybe I'd gotten on the first step. That might have been, or at least I kind of touched it, but I certainly wasn't on the 1, 2, or 3. And I'm probably on rung 3 right now, which it's just a matter of continuing to work it, and eventually I'll learn how to get to rung 4, and that probably won't go much further
That's
than
right.
5.
I remember
That's
this.
okay.
I remember we were talking about this the other day, because it's like some people, they it's like a ladder. So you want to go to step 10, but in order to get to step 10 and make all the complex sentences in the world and with all the sophisticated vocabulary, you
Yeah,
have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
yeah,
up to 8 first, and then
exactly.
you get 10. And that, I think that is, like you said, is what is happening to you. You were like on your comfort zone of
Yeah.
the base one, and now you go out and now you are on step 3, and then you will keep going because now you have those skills that you needed to go to step 10, which is
Yeah,
amazing.
and that was part of the frustration with all of the work that and time I put into various courses and listening to tapes and all the rest of it, as well as live courses. It was like, okay, now I'm doing this, I should be at least level 5 or 6 or 7, maybe not 10, and I wasn't even close. And then it was frustrating, and it was like, I'm never going to get this. It was just that frustration. And then I realized, whoa, slow down. Because even in talking to, when I express something or say something to my husband, and it's just like a little piece, like life is really good, or something like that. The way I say it is still even too complicated, because when he comes back with that, because they just speak regular family kind of interchange, there's even simpler ways to put it than what I put it. So it gets easier and easier. It's going, oh, is that all you have to say? Okay. And then the part that I really liked that you said along the way, Ermi, was Italian language it's a kind of a work in progress, but all you have to really, you only have to speak as well as it is required to get the other person to understand you. So it's like between hand motions and a few little whatever, people kind of get it. I was like, oh, that makes it good. I don't have to be writing an essay for university.
No,
So
you don't. You
yeah.
have to just communicate.
That's it. That's it. It was just like, and a lot of it is, just trial and error. And I find people are really good in attempting to speak. Then their response back is usually very gentle. So it's
Hey,
nice.
say again.
When people who are Italian are listening, are responding back to me when I'm trying, they're very patient.
That's good.
Yeah.
And if they're not patient, we don't really want to speak to them.
Yeah, that's right.
Because they're maybe not so nice people.
I kind of knew that I'd have a chance. I should share this with you because I knew how to shop in Italian.
Okay.
I was really good. I actually spoke Italian when I was shopping.
That's good.
Oh yeah,
Must
I always
be
did.
like the happiness
That
of
was
shopping.
that I needed to learn. I needed to learn that one. But after that, that was the amount of confidence I had to speak. But anyway, I just knew that it was there. But people, when you're trying to buy things, were always really nice.
Yeah. Yes, that's true. Okay, so any other thing you'd like to share?
No, I think this is a huge opportunity for anybody who's very serious about wanting to learn how to speak. But I would suggest that if anybody's thinking about it, be clear about why you're doing it, because you're going to need that reason for doing it to keep plugging away, because it takes work. It does. But keep lowering your expectations. The lower I made my expectations, the easier it got. So
yeah, and those expectations can be raised gradually.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. As confidence keeps going, for sure. But it's the beginning is really tough. But
yeah,
perfect name to the program. Speak with confidence. That's exactly it. Hits the nugget that is the holdup in terms of, because you can study and study, but unless there's the opportunity to speak. And I like the way you set it up, where you have us choose things that are important to us, and then the homework is around that. So then there's things even after the program that I knew all the vocabulary and all the pieces of the parts that were part of my life, because that was part of my homework. So it made that I had a wider range of topics to speak about because of that. So that was good.
Amazing. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing that.
You're very welcome.
And if you are listening, I know you're listening, listening to us, and you are thinking, like Gail said, hey, I really want to do this. I really want to speak Italian. And you think that this may be the right thing for you, come and speak to me. I don't bite,
Exactly. No, you're very nice.
Hey?
You're always congratulating, even for the smallest little bit of
course, because I know how hard it is.
It is hard. It is hard. You're right.
So I admire you guys. I'm inspired by people like you, Gail, and they just like go for it. And it's important. It's something that is important to you. And so I like when people go after for the things that are important to them. Exactly. And so yes, if Italian is important to you and you'd love to have a guide to help you speak it, come and speak to me, and I'd love to hear from you. And thanks again, Gail, for sharing your experience. It was amazing to hear again. And we just say bye everyone for now. Ciao.
Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao. Thank you very much, Irmi.
Ciao.
Ciao.